Hey guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge and welcome to Subscriber Lunch Sunday. Now I want to give a big thanks to all of you who've sent in your awesome lunch ideas, and it's my goal to make as many of them as I can. This week I have 4 super easy but delicious lunch ideas to share with you. Now if you'd like to see your lunch idea featured on next week's video, number 1, make sure you're subscribed. And number 2, you can send me your lunch idea using the link in the description box below. Our first lunch idea was sent in by Maya. She's 14 years old and is from Illinois. And for her lunch today, I'm going to be making a hot lunch, so I definitely need to grab my thermos. The main course is going to be mac and cheese. That's right. I think mac and cheese is the number 1 most requested lunch out of all the lunch requests that I get. Now Maya specifically asked for mac and cheese with the shell pasta, and I have 2 different kinds, so I think I'm gonna go with the regular cheddar today. But you guys let me know in the comments down below, which do you prefer, regular cheddar or white cheddar when it comes to your mac and cheese. Now to make this mac and cheese, you just have to follow the basic steps. Of course, I'm boiling the pasta and draining it, then I'll throw in some milk, some butter, the powdered cheese, and it's ready to go. I'll go ahead and store this in the thermos so it can stay nice and hot, and then I can move on to the fruit. For Maya's lunch today, she requested mangoes, which is awesome. All of my kids love mangoes. And since I'm using our Yum box today, I'll go ahead and cube up this mango so it can fit nicely right in here. And then I'm also gonna sneak in a little emoji pic. For her vegetables today, Maya requested carrots, so I'm just going with some baby carrots today. And then to go along with them, she also requested some black olives. When I was a kid, anytime I would eat olives, I would definitely stick them on each finger first. I'm not sure where I learned that, but it definitely made eating olives a lot more fun. For an added snack today, Maya requested sun chips. These are the original flavor. If you've never had a sun chip, it's like a multi-grain wavy chip. They're super crunchy and delicious. Personally, I really like the onion and the cheese flavor. Those are also really good. I'm just gonna put a handful or 2 right in the back section of this lunchbox. And then in the front section, I'm gonna add 2 separate silicone liners. That way I can separate the chips from our treats. For Maya's treat today, she requested a snickerdoodle. Now I have to be honest with you guys, I almost never make snickerdoodle cookies. And that's because we discovered these snickerdoodle cookies from Trader Joe's and they are so good. So whenever we want snickerdoodles, I end up just buying these ones. These are soft and chewy and they totally remind me of Christmas. And these ones are really great as well if you have a nut allergy or if you're trying to avoid eggs or wheat, because there's none of those in these cookies. I think I'll just put 1 of these in each little section. And then last but not least, for her drink today, Maya requested lemonade. Okay, Lily, what did you think about this lunch?
My favorite was the snickerdoodles, the olives, and the mango, and the mac and cheese, and the juice, and I worked everything.
Our next lunch idea was sent in by Emma. She's 13 years old and is from Tennessee. For Emma's lunch today, I'm going to be switching to the Omni box because I'm making a hot lunch. Now for this lunch, I'm going to be starting with the main course first, and that means it's time to get out the bag of tater tots. Now I've actually heard that tater tots aren't available in some countries, so let me know in the comments down below if your country has tater tots or if they don't. So for these tater tots, of course they are frozen right now, so I'm just going to throw them on a baking sheet and stick them in the oven. And I want to get these extra crispy before I can move on to the next step. Now while the tater tots are in the oven, I'll go ahead and prepare the rest of the lunch. The first thing I need to do is to slice up these mini sweet bell peppers. I have a yellow one and a red one. All I have to do is cut off the tops, remove the seeds, and then slice them into strips. So now that I have all of those cut up, I can stick them into the lunchbox and move on to the fruit. Now today I'm not going to be adding just 1 fruit, but 2 different kinds of melons. I know Emma really likes cantaloupe and watermelon, so I'm going to throw both in here. For the cantaloupe, I used my crinkle cutter, and for the watermelon, I used my melon baller, so they're kind of circles. Really simple ways to make the fruit look fun. And now it's time to add the snack. For her lunch today, Emma requested this Cheez-It snack mix. Now, if you've never had this before, it's actually really good. There's lots of different things in here. There's Cheez-It crackers, cereal pieces, pretzels, little pieces of bread, lots of different flavors, and there's also a really yummy seasoning. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a handful in this separate container. That way I can also leave room for this special treat for this lunch. And speaking of special treat, for her lunch today, Emma chose chocolate-covered peanut butter pretzels. These are so delicious. I get these at Trader Joe's. In fact, most of the things in the lunches this week are going to be from Trader Joe's because that's where I went shopping. So I'll just add a handful of these in there. And I think by now our tater tots are ready. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up our thermos with these little tater tots. But I'm not going to leave them plain. I'm actually going to use some of this queso dip, also from Trader Joe's, because I'm going to turn these into tachos. Tachos are pretty much just like nachos, but instead of using chips, you use tater tots. So I'm adding a little bit of this queso. I heated it up. And then you can add any toppings you like. I'm going to add a little bit of sour cream, a few green onions, and some olives. Doesn't that look like an awesome lunch? Now the very last thing I do need to add is Emma's drink, and for her lunch she requested a Capri Sun. And this Capri Sun is actually a tropical fruit flavored water. Okay, Kenzie, what was your favorite part of this lunch?
My favorite part were the milk chocolate covered pretzels. I also really like the watermelon and the tachos.
This next lunch idea was sent in by Celia, who is 12 years old and is from Finland. Now for Celia's lunch, I'm going for a summertime theme. So I have my cute little napkins and my umbrellas. And for her main course, she requested a sandwich, and I'm gonna try to make it look like a sun for summertime. And I think this cookie cutter is the best thing I have to make a sun-shaped sandwich. For this sandwich, I'm using 2 pieces of whole wheat bread. Next, I'm gonna add a very thin layer of mayo to both sides. And then the next thing that Celia requested on her sandwich was slices of hard-boiled egg. So this is a lot like an egg salad sandwich, it's just not all mixed together. Now that I have my egg slices on there, I'm going to top it off with just a little bit of salt. Now I'll go ahead and close it up, and then to make it sort of look like a sun, I've added a small round piece of cheese, some olives stuffed with egg whites, and a carrot for the smile. For the vegetable today, Celia requested carrots, so I'm just adding carrot chips with a little bit of ranch. And then for the fruit, she requested a combination of strawberries and raspberries. This is definitely turning into a very colorful and pretty healthy lunch too. I'll go ahead and add a little umbrella pick right in here. For her snack today, she requested crackers. So I chose the Ritz Bits cheese crackers. Those are really tasty. And then for her special treat, she requested M&Ms. So I just went ahead and got the plain M&Ms. I would love to know in the comments down below what your favorite kind of M&Ms are. Personally, I like the peanut butter ones. I think those are my favorite. Next, I'm gonna add in the drink. We're keeping it really simple here by just adding some water. And then there you have it. But I do have to say, I feel like the sun sandwich is missing something. And I think it's the eyes. Yes. 2 more pieces of olive, and now the sun looks much cuter.
I really like the sandwich and also the M&Ms and the berries.
Okay guys, next up I have a lunch idea sent in by Alice. She's from Ireland, and I'm not quite sure how old Alice is. So Alice, if you're watching, let me know down below. For Alice's lunch today, I'm going to start by making another lunchtime favorite. For this, I'm going to use 2 pieces of wheat bread. Next, I'm adding 1 slice of Havarti cheese, followed by 2 pieces of ham, and then I'm going to top it off with 1 piece of cheddar cheese. Now I'll go ahead and close this up, and you'll notice I didn't add any mayo or mustard, and that's because I'm actually going to turn this into a ham and cheese toaster. I'm going to stick this sandwich into my little sandwich maker thingy. I'm not exactly sure what these are called, but my mom used to have one when I was a kid, and it definitely makes some really good toasted cheese sandwiches, or in this case, a toasted ham and cheese sandwich. And since I'm feeding more than 1 kid today, I'll go ahead and make 2 sandwiches at a time. This little machine is really fast, you guys. It only only takes about a minute for it to get nice and brown. The cheese is all melty and bubbly. It is so good. You just have to be careful with these sandwich makers because they get really hot. Now I'll go ahead and slice this up and get it into the lunchbox. And move on to the veggies. For Alice's lunch today, I'm adding 2 different kinds of veggies. First up, I have baby carrots. And then to go along with them, I'm also adding some celery sticks. And to go along with these veggies, instead of ranch, Alice requested hummus. So I just have a little container right in here. Perfect for dipping. Now in this back section of the lunchbox, I'm going to be adding a snack and a treat. For her snack today, Alice requested Pringles, the barbecue flavor kind. These are actually the new sweet and tangy flavored ones. I'll just add a few right in here. And that leaves us with just enough space for the treat. And it's going to be something really fun that all of my kids love, a Kinder Joy egg. Now I know Kinder Joy eggs can be a little bit different depending on where you get them from in the world. But here in America, this one has chocolate on one side of the egg and a little toy on the other. Oh yes, and I almost forgot, for Alice's drink today, she prefers water. Okay Lily, what'd you think of this one?
I like the chips, the Kinder Joy egg, the carrots, but I like carrots better with ranch. The sandwich was pretty good too.
If you enjoyed this video today, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.